little live streak, so that's a slay. Waiting for people to roll in before I do my intro. But hello, everybody. We are doing a Juneteenth live because why not? It's a day to celebrate Black Americans and Black American culture, so we are lit. And I don't know, like, I just want to really give the importance to people who are new here about the importance of Juneteenth. But honestly, it's not really gonna be like a history. Like, I'm not here to do a history lesson. I'm here to just talk about what blackness means to me as a person because this is a very black owned. Oop, I think I hit my mic. This is a very black owned business and a very black owned sleigh. So I definitely want, at least on my channel, to like have that be a staple and something I really stand for in this channel because no, I am black and we are slang. So yes. So today I'm gonna sit here and keep crocheting this Spider-Man cat hat that I did for my Din stream yesterday. This is my Wolverine one. It's gonna not look like this, but this is an example. This is the example in the base I'm following. Let me know if you guys want a tutorial on that. Damn, I should have made my Miles one. I have a Miles one for Juneteenth. Period. You know, I always come here repping. My shirt actually says danger, intelligent, strong, educated, committed black woman on it. As it should. I had to wear my blackest shirt with my black kitty pin that I made and designed myself. Oh, I'm so sorry if that was hitting. If the audio was bad. That I made myself. Let's actually talk about that first. How important it is for a black people to see themselves in media. So I've actually have two black sticker designs as of right now. I have Miss Black Girl Kitty. She's a bestseller. Like I have her counterpart, like regular Girl Kitty. If regular Girl Kitty don't be selling, Black Girl Kitty sells. So you know what that means? Black people are the best. That's what that means. I don't make the rules. I just slay by them. So very very happy about that. I did not expect Black Girl Kitty to be a better seller. And also, I have my Miku girl sticker because I went once again, like I said, I wanted to make a regular Miku sticker, but I'm like, she needs to be black. She needs to be a black Miku, so I have black Miku with black girl Cinnarol, which is Mocha, which I think is really, 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 really cute. So these are my only two black girl sticker designs as of now. I honestly need to do a lot more black boy sticker designs, so I do want to do like a Miles theme one, and in general, I just want to draw more black people because black girls need a space for us to chill and be slay. And I feel like me making these designs really meant a lot to me because like I'm a black girl who always grew up as a nerd, right? And being a black girl nerd is so hard, like because especially when you grew up in the hood, right? I say it like all the time. I'm from the Bronx, right? So growing up in the hood, it's like people expect you as a black girl to act a certain way. So when you're not like the stereotypical like hood black girl, white one, right? And so I felt really left out because of that. So I feel like I always had to hide like my nerdness. So like when I was little, I always used to like also make sure I was represented. Yeah, I knew like I'm really young. When Princess and came, that was my first time seeing like a black girl cartoon. What am I making? I'm making a cat. So this is my one that's available in my shop. So right now I'm making Spider-Man one. So this is gonna be and I don't know if I'm gonna finish the whole thing because it usually has like Spider-Man eyes on it. And by a cat hat, I mean like when you put it on, I'll show you right now. When you put it on, the cat hairs actually stick out. So it looks like this. Very, very slayed. So that's what this is gonna look like when I'm done with it. And I also have an event this Saturday, so I'm making it for that. And I do have Miles ones because I feel like damn, I should have made the Miles one for my Black Culture live. But well, the Miles one is already kind of made. I should have just made another one. That's okay. So that's what I'm making for the person who asks, a slay. And yeah, like I was saying, like Princess and the Frog was the first time as like a I would consider Disney princess nerdy, but I feel like being really into cartoons gets you into nerd culture as you grow up. So we're gonna put it in the same conversation. Seeing Tiana was the first time that I really saw like a black girl on screen that really looked like me for real, and that was life changing to me. Like shout out to Tiana. Shout out to Tiana for being that bitch. Like truly the best Disney princess. But actually, we could talk about. Let's see. I have rewatched the Princess and the Frog movie in a long time. So I honestly don't really remember the movie that much. It just there's certain things like as it pertains to black culture, like you always remember how you felt seeing yourself represented for the first time, really. And so it always gets a special place in my heart. So I think that's definitely where my love for seeing like black girl characters came from. And then they just kept rolling in like Claudine from Monster High. My girl, like truly such a girl boss, such a slay, and she's confirmed to be a lesbian, which is slay as a black queer myself. And I'm actually gonna get into black queer culture as I talk in crochet about this because also I want to talk about that. Also, I want to talk about my black Hispanic culture because I'm Dominican as well. So we have a lot of black culture things to talk about today. So yeah. So ever since that, like my love of black characters has skyrocketed. Like Orange Blossom from Strawberry Shortcake, loved her. Did not like how they whitewashed her though, but in the new one, now she has Afro puffs, and now she's dark again, which I really really loved. And I just really love her new design. Her design is really really cute. But yeah, just black characters like that, like seeing myself represented in the media when it was few and far in between is why I want to have like when black girls come out to my stand because I usually vend. So, and I would say I have predominantly black audience, even though I feel like my crochets are for everybody. Like nothing I crochet, I would say is for a specific culture or minority group, unless unless you got my private bikinis being for like queer people. But yes, so I feel like whenever like black girls come to my stand and see these, and actually there's a keychain of this. The keychains of these are coming. I already ordered them, so that's just like. But whenever black girls see these at my stand, they get really really excited. And there's nothing like seeing you represented in a really random place that gets you really really excited. I feel like a lot of other people cannot relate to. So that's really who I do it for. I do it for my people. I do love being black. This is a very black conversation today to celebrate Juneteenth because it's a slay. And I feel like black culture is very specific to a lot of people. Like since I grew up in the north, my essence of black culture comes from me being from New York. So that's where we're really gonna talk about today. And black people are not a monolith. Like we're very, very different. Like when we talk about the conversation of AVE is very regional. So when non-black people say do AVE and do it wrong, it's very noticeable to black people that you're like saying something you don't know the context of. So yes, blackness is very regional. Even our cultural foods, I feel like, are very regional to certain aspects of Black American culture. So that is a sleigh. And I expect people to come in this live to like troll about like black culture and stuff, and I'm not even gonna give them the time of day today. There's already some trolls in the comments. I'm not gonna give you some day. We're not here to have a productive black conversation. Get on. Do go do something else you're doing, Chiefs. I don't know what you're doing. But it's not me that y'all are gonna try. And even if the people watching are not black, I encourage non-black people to watch as well to just get an insight of black culture. Cause I feel like non-black people can always learn from black culture and appreciate it. Cause not, I don't feel like every cultural appropriation is appropriation. Like there's definitely cultural appreciation. So shout out to the non-black people that just here to watch me talk and slay. That is something I very much appreciate. And yeah, we're lit. And let me like, as I was talking about, hmm, should I talk about the black nerd space, or let me talk about the black nerd space now that is on my mind. I was gonna talk about being a black business owner, but I'll talk about being a black business owner later. So we're gonna talk about how I feel navigating through the black nerd space because it is something. So for those who don't know, I am also a cosplayer. Actually, let's pull up my cosplays. Let's pull up my cosplays. I'm a black cosplayer. Now I started cosplaying before I got into crochet, so a lot of the times I like to mix my crochet and cosplays together, and it's really slay. Like, I mean, as you could tell, like literally, this is me at Brooklyn Comic Con, a very black convention. Most of the stuff I make is very nerdy, very much healing my inner child, which I definitely like. That's me. That's actually me and Sanji. Yes. Everything I make is very nerdy, very nerdy. And yeah, let's see my black cosplays. So honestly, I feel like being a nerd, being a black nerd is probably like my greatest, should I say accomplishment? I really like being a black nerd because this is my Nami cosplay and I made her top. Oh, not to zoom in on the boobies. I hope I don't get I made my top, which was very slay. And this also, I also cosplayed Naranja from JoJo's, and I also made the outfits and sled. So I really like combining my two loves together. And it's just like being a black, like I said before, being like a black girl that grew up like very shy, introverted, very weird. I feel like the black nerd space is really the space that I really feel the most connected to, apart from the queer space. We'll talk about that later. Because it gives me like a chance to be free, and it's like I feel like when you're black and when you grow up weird, a lot of the times like you're not allowed to do that in a lot of black households. So that like nerdy black queer space is like the perfect space for me to sit here and like really be myself without any judgment. Like the bench, for example. I am so sad I didn't get to go to DreamCon. That's just because Megan Thee Stallion was there. Ooh, like ooh, especially because she was there. Like I am forever so mad about that. I am forever so mad about that. But yeah, like even spaces like DreamCon, Brooklyn Comic Con, MomoCon, very black blurred con, literally black nerd in the name. It's like it makes me so happy that like now it's accessible for black people to find spaces that they can be weird without judgment of anyone, and we're just chilling and having fun. Like ugh, being black is extremely fun. I actually went to a K-pop event the other day in New York City for ATs, and it was a very black K-pop event. Like, because I feel like online a lot of black K-pop stands aren't being represented, and a lot of the K-pop community is honestly racist, and the anime community they can be very racist. So I'm very happy because I feel like a lot online there's a lot of anti-black talk towards black people, but that energy is never reciprocated in person. Like you're not gonna go to a convention and get called like fucking a monkey for cosplaying. Like that's not gonna happen to you. So I feel like it's very hard being a black cosplayer online. Excuse me, guys. I thought I was gonna sneeze. Very hard being a black cosplayer online because people just like to troll by being racist towards you, and like they feel like black people should not be in Japanese culture. But at the end of the day, Japanese culture is widely inspired by Black American culture. Like I said in my Dandadan live, like Dandadan, the reason why y'all love and y'all aren't bumping to Dandadan's intro is because of his influence on Jersey drill, Black American culture. Like them dancing in the intro, they're doing Black American dance moves. Like even that ending for JJK that y'all love, that they was dancing, that they was getting down and jiggy. What is that inspired by? Oh, okay. And it's like people that aren't even Japanese for real, because y'all be white as fuck talk about that black people can't be in this space. But yeah, so even shit like that. So like to see the love in real life for that is really very, very important to me. And also, like I said, I crochet, make nerdy stuff to heal my inner child. And I feel like definitely going to conventions with other black people definitely heals that like inner weird black girl that didn't really have a lot of friends and was very shy growing up. And now that I can like, be an adult, not be so shy and really be like comfortable with expressing myself in slang, like it's just it just makes me very, very happy. And that's why I really like love those spaces. And I'll continue to make really nerdy and cute stuff because I honestly just love that. Also, I feel like black community in general is just very supportive. So I'm very happy to be a part of a community that is very supportive of what I do and how I slay. So slay. I've been really thirsty, so if I take a lot of water breaks, I'm sorry. But remember, everyone stay hydrated and slay. So, next thing I want to talk about, actually, let's talk about black queer culture because it very much intertwines. Like, being in queer spaces, being in nerd spaces is very much a thing. Even though I feel like a lot of nerd spaces do have problems with queer people, which we're going to talk about. But like I said, I went to this event in New York City called, it's not, they actually travel, but it's called Carefree Black Girl. I had a lot of fun, and it was a pride celebration, and I went to my first mini ball. And as you don't know, it's like ballroom culture. If you don't know what ballroom culture is, I don't feel like, if you know, you know, right? We're gonna talk about if you know, you know. So I went to my first mini ball, and like I've never been to one, but I love to watch voguing, and I love to just like see how free they are, and like to see that person, like people being so confident, voguing down the runway and really slaying. Like it was so gag worthy. I was so sorry, everyone. I was so extremely gagged, and like queer spaces, I also feel very, very free, very void of judgment from anyone, especially black queer spaces. Like because I will say sometimes white queer spaces do get very judgy, and they get very microaggressive, and they get very anti-black. So I like to be in spaces, queer spaces, where I can see my people represented because even in queer spaces, black people aren't, represented in queer spaces either. So to be surrounded by a whole bunch of black people voguing, having fun, slaying, like it like really healed my inner child as well, especially, growing up as a black queer gal. it really heals something in me to like know that there's a community out there for me as well. There's a whole bunch of other black queer people slaying. And I'm be the first one to say that to protect black trans women because they go through a lot of shit and it's very undeserved. So yes, it's a very pro queer account because in my other live, people try to like troll in the comments because I said I'm making pride bikinis for Pride Month. They was like ODing. And I'm like, girl, if you don't like the fact that I'm making pride bikinis, if you don't like the fact that I'm talking about black people and black culture, you can leave respectfully because it's a community for me and that community is not bigots. So do what you will with that. And yeah, I just love being black and queer. I love seeing black queers. I do want to see more black queer stories though. Like we definitely need more black queers in fiction that are dating predominantly black people. 'Cause a lot of times when it is a black queer character, they're always paired with someone who isn't black. So I want more stories where it's black queers only to just to hit like a target, audience of people that deserve to be represented as well. We definitely need more black girls casted acting or black trans women casted acting. So we definitely have a long way to go, especially the black community, in terms of accepting the queer community. But I'm just very happy to be in a space where I can, have fun with things like that and show up to things like that and show black queer people my support. So this Juneteenth will forever, actually always, not only for Juneteenth and Black History Month, support black queer artists. Always, always, and slay, and slay. So I feel like being black, like I said, being black is really about having community. And I feel like finding the communities where you fit as a black person is really the key to like you having a good life. Like even if you're not a part of those communities, if you're black and alternative, find yourself a black alternative community is very important. Um, yeah, it's just finding community as a black person, especially when shit, hits the fan. It's just really, really, really important. And I always say for black people to find your community, 100%. Because I feel like community really saves you. Like in times that like you're so unsure about yourself and what you want to do with your life and just you feel lonely, like community is always going to be there to save you and help you. So I 100% recommend community to literally everyone. Now, speaking of community, let's talk about me being a black small. I think I hit this, sorry. Me being a black small business. So, like, I was very nervous, to be honest, because I'm like, oh, like, it's always like when you're a black woman, it's always like, oh, is there space for me? Like, like these like white creators are sitting here and getting so much money. These white small businesses are sitting here getting so much money. So it always kind of feels like, is there a space for me um in here? Like I know I'm gonna have to work 10 times as harder to get half of what they get. So sometimes it feels like is it worth it because there's always gonna be someone that just has more privilege than me in the space. And sometimes it's like it's exhausting to have to work, 10 times harder than your peers and get half of what they get. It's exhausting, but at the end of the day, if you're black and you have a goal in your life, do not let that stop you for having a goal. 100%. So that's kind of how I felt. And now that I'm, a small business, I'm sitting here doing my YouTube channel. I'm for the crochet girlies. I'm sitting here and doing more things I want to do. I'm going live more often. I feel like I'm posting more products more often. now that I'm really sitting here and getting organized in my small business, like I just feel very, very good about myself. Like I'm just proud of myself. You know, I'm proud of myself that I was able to sit here, my black ass, and like really, really make, you know, a name for myself and really like make myself recognizable. Like when people see me at events, like they'll be like, "Oh, are you that crochet girl?" And I'll be like, "Yes, I'd be like, yes, I am that crochet girl." And it's just like the community I've built from crochet makes me very, very happy. I'm sorry, I don't know if y'all can hear the background, but since it's raining, like raindrops are falling on my AC, and also there's thunderstorming outside. So I hope the microphone isn't catching that, but if it is in advance, I am very, very sorry. Or maybe it's calming because I know a lot of people like rain sounds when they like, I don't know, are listening to something that's chill. See, I can get organic rain sounds here where we're talking about the slayness that is black people and culture. Trying to measure how much more I need. Okay. Currently, I need 2 rows that's left. And also, this I feel like this is the best way for me to like crochet in real time. Y'all see how fast I crochet. So I feel like I kind of crochet pretty fast. But yes, like I definitely want to do. I'm sorry if I keep hitting this. I definitely want to do more cosplay meetups in New York City and host them for like all the crochet girlies to sit here and have a community because there should be no like sometimes I go to vending events and some people are very like intimidated by the fact that there's another crocheter there because to go vending and there's be a crocheter, another crocheter there, it's rare. Like it really doesn't happen to me often as much as I go places. So yeah, sometimes people do be intimidated by that and I don't like that. But to build a community and to like get more resources and honestly I really want to host like things that we can trade materials, like we can yarn trade and like I want to host like classes for people to learn how to crochet and like people there just come and like teach people how to crochet. He said, hi, how are you? I'm good, Christopher. Thank you for saying today. I mean, hey friend, how can we not be good on Juneteenth when it's a day for us to slay? Unfortunately, I do not have any plans today. I was gonna go outside, but it's like real nasty outside. I don't even know if y'all can hear the thunderstorming. It's thunderstorming really loud outside. Happy Juneteenth, my black brethren. We're outside. I hope you have a good Juneteenth, and I hope you're slaying today. And I hope you get some good food today. But I want to go to cookout so bad today. I'm so mad I'm not a cookout. So mad. But it's okay. We still slay at home, and I am going to go out tomorrow, and I have events. So that's really why I'm crocheting. I'm finna go outside and play Not Like Us 5 times. Exactly. As a way to turn up. I know all the Juneteenth parties are playing that shit to the ground right now. But like, honestly, you deserved. As they should. As they should. As they should. So yeah, I was before you came, friend, I was talking about me being a black business and why I really like being a black business. And why being a black business is kind of hard. Actually not kind of, it is very hard, but you have to push through to be seen. And as a black business, you always got to use your voice. Like your voice is so important to who you are, and it is really as a black person, it's always attached to your identity. And we always have to sit here and fight for ourselves, even in the most fucking like mundane situations, just to be heard. So using your voice, 100%, I always vouch for that, especially as a small crochet business. Especially if you're getting brand deals and stuff, negotiate that price higher because they're not paying us brand deals much as they should. Yeah, tell me about it. It's so always advocating, always advocating for yourself is very, very, very important, and I always will vouch for that. Not even as like a black small business, as a black creative. in general. Sometimes use your voice can be too hard as a black person. I know because they don't be wanting to hear us at all. But that thing is you gotta make them hear us. We really have to make them hear us because we be talking some shit and we be know what the fuck we talk about. So it's really about making people hear you. Use your voice so obnoxiously that people have to hear you. Okay? That's that's what this is about. And that's what I've honestly learned being a black small business, even though it is hard. It's like this is something I want to do for the rest of my life. Like, I want to be self-employed, making a whole bunch of art because I've always been a black creative. So, I want to like make a living making art. Honestly, I don't know if I'm going to stay crocheting. I think I might pivot. I was thinking about like I feel like I should crochet forever though. But I think I'm going to like end up pivoting to like embroidery. I think that would be really cool. Like to have embroidery on the hat with the crochet is different. Like that shit will be fire. Like black that's what I'm saying. Black people will have great ideas. So use your voice. Like 100%. So yeah, I want to be a creative forever. And if I want to be a creative forever, I'm gonna have to sit here and force myself, to be heard. And I have no problem with that if it leads me to the life I want. So sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I am measuring this to see if I want to do an extra row. I am. It's almost done. I'm gonna do an extra row to close it off, and then after that, we are going to slay. Actually, should I do extra row? Should I just close it? I also want to do more hats and stuff for people who have like actually these hats are really good for people that have like curly hair. I would say like 3C, honestly 4A too, like curly hair. Because I love the way cat hats like really lay on curly hair. It's really, 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 really cute. So yeah, I think I've talked about my small business adventures. We're gonna talk about me being um Afro-Latina because I have some things to say. Okay, as as Dominican, right? It's hard as a Black Dominican. First of all, it's hard for Dominicans to even say that they're Black, right? And it is a Juneteenth. Juneteenth is an American. It's a Black American thing, but I still want to give some. I just want to talk about being Black in general, and that's a huge part of it. So we're gonna have the conversation that needs to be had. So like as a Black Hispanic, and I love the way that like Blackness bleeds into Hispanic culture, specifically Dominican culture, because we're right next to Haiti. So Blackness is kind of just, in the whole island. So slay. But I was talk about like I don't feel like I have um a good like I feel like I know Black American culture because I like people view me as a Black American in America. But like a lot of the things I know about like I guess like what's it called? Like not home training, but like the way to grow up in a home environment is like things to my like very Black Dominican side. So like I don't know if it's a really big thing in Black American culture. I actually want to ask this, but like is it like are y'all forced to say hi when you walk into the room? Cause like if I'm at somebody else's house or if I'm greeting somebody, there needs to be a hi. There needs to be a hi, hello, how are you? If there's not, that's like the rudest thing that you can do. And I don't know if Black Americans specifically feel like that or if that's just an Hispanic thing. Because I know that's a Hispanic thing across the board. Like all the Puerto Ricans I know also abide by that. Like all the Mexicans I know like abide by that. So I don't know, is that a thing? But I'm very happy to be Black and Hispanic, and we're slaying. Yes, and also the food, like having to get like both like Black culture soul food and like Dominican food growing up. Ooh, because bro, Thanksgiving and Christmases, shit is being thrown down. And I've been eating good my whole life. If y'all couldn't tell, I've been eating good because of the people around me. So shout out to all the cooks out there. Shout out to all the people that's always cooked for my family. I really, really, really appreciate it because I've always been eating it. I'm trying to measure it. 'Cause I'm trying to figure out, do I want it? Yes, I am. Okay. I was trying to figure out if I want to make it bigger, but yes, I do want to make this. I do want to make this bigger. And honestly, like being Black in online spaces since 2020 has been rough. Like if y'all 2020, and honestly, that's why Juneteenth became a holiday. I feel like Juneteenth, the only reason Juneteenth is a federal holiday is because they wanted us to shut the fuck up. Like they wanted like Black people, like it was a very here damn holiday. Because it's like, great, we have Juneteenth. Where's the reparations? Great. Y'all turned Aunt Jemima into peeling company for the fucking pancakes, but where's the reparations? Like where so I'm glad that Black people are still going hard and protesting for us. And even like all the things that's happening right now with ICE and stuff. Actually, let's talk about that because people feel like ICE is not a Black issue. And that's crazy to me because once again, as a Black Hispanic, it's definitely a Black issue. Like what? Like a lot of ICE targets a lot of like Caribbean communities, like a lot of Haitians. Like they target a lot of those communities. Like ICE was in Flatbush the other day. And if y'all know Flatbush, it's a whole bunch of Black Caribbeans living there. So to say that Black people are not affected by ICE is crazy to me. It's a crazy sentence. Because we should all be fighting together. Like we should not be like separated. All this is this race issue, nobody else's. This is this race issue and nobody else's. Because that's not how the world works. And at the end of the day, white people want us all to suffer. They don't give a fuck what your ethnicity, whatever. They want us all to suffer. So definitely working together to combat that, use our voices for that is very, very, very important. And that's something I 100% stand for. Because it's been like crazy. I don't know. I don't like the conversations that have to do with that. It's been really disappointing to me. But some people will have just because you're Black does not mean you're not ignorant. And I've learned that the hard way. Speaking of that, I mean, all right, is that a segue? Kind of. Let's talk about mental health in the Black community. Because honestly, the reason why I'm doing this now, and the reason why I'm not going outside, because listen, depression be hitting me like a bitch. And y'all know Black people, it's always, oh, they're, you know, like, mental illness be some white people shit. And it's like, no, girl. Like, Black people be saying, like, going through some real shit. And that's why so many Black creatives in the space turn to art because it's like, when nobody's sitting here and take you seriously about what you're going through, you need to cope in some way. And I feel like art is the 100% best way to cope. Like like I said, I've always been a creative. Um, since I was little, and creating despite all the depression and trauma has really, really helped me when people wasn't there too because it's like therapy's not real. You shouldn't go to therapy. Even though I've went to therapy growing up, but it was still like, yeah, like therapy's always a big like no for black communities. And I'm here to say if you need therapy to like help with everything that's going on here, don't ever feel like you should not do it because your community is telling you that it's not real. They're gaslighting you. Like no, or if you even if you're not, I really encourage always journal. And also, it's hard like to not go to therapy because you experience so much shit as a black person, and it gets worse when you're dark skinned. It gets worse when you're disabled, and it gets worse when you're fat. Like you experience so much shit from the black community, like making fun and like not bringing awareness to these issues that therapy is needed, like 100%. So I'm always, or like even like a good way to cope, like definitely find a good way to cope with everything you're going through because the black community will leave you out to dry when it comes to those things, which I don't like and I don't support. So yes, find something that you can do. Like me, I'm a very anxious person. So actually, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna say anxious. I'm very, let's say, socially anxious. I don't feel like I'm an anxious person in general, but I'm socially anxious. I always have been. And the only reason I've gotten better at being socially anxious is because I'm a business owner. And you really can't be socially anxious when you are a business owner because it like people expect you to be like, especially when you're black. Okay, listen, when you are a black woman, right, that has a bad resting face. Me, I have a bad resting face. Always have, always will. When you have bad resting face, when you're shy, people automatically assume you to be standoffish, or you have an attitude, or you need to be nice, or you need to this, you need to do that. So it's like being a black business owner, you have to, conform society's opinions on black women and how we should behave, especially in a work setting. So I kind of had to like grow out of being socially anxious, but crocheting 100% helps that because sometimes even when I'm at events, I need a break. Like like my social battery runs out. I need a break. And if I can't tell people that, I just go behind my stand and I crochet. And then people be like, "Oh my god, like you're crocheting, that's so cool." And a lot of people like to see you crochet in real time. So I 100% encourage to any artist, like if you're ever out in public, just bring the thing you used to craft. And even when you're being antisocial, people are just like, "Oh, you're being like people are not seeing you as antisocial, people are seeing you as just like really focused on what you're doing." Like, say if you're a digital artist, go and like draw on your iPad during an event and have your headphones in and people be like, "Oh, you're being antisocial." You could be like, "I'm drawing," and people be like, "Wow, that's crazy." Like, like wow, and so that's a cheat code. And I didn't realize that was a cheat code. If I knew when I was younger, that's a cheat code to people not fucking with you when you're in a really bad space or like you don't want to talk to people, bro. I would have been doing that. Been so I'm telling you right now, that is a cheat code. And honestly, being creative just really just changed my life. And I want more black people to sit here and explore their creativity, especially in their how their creativity goes with their blackness. Because a lot of black people like to draw a lot of black things, like black people. And sometimes corporations or like art schools don't want you to draw black people. So I say, fuck that. Create whatever you want, especially if it's for your mental health. Don't force yourself into like a binary when it comes to you and your very black art because it will hurt you and it will drain you. And I do not want that for my black creatives out here at all. So I just really hope all the black creators listening to this always feel like they have a space. They always feel like they have a home because it's very hard to feel like that. And a lot of people that like a lot of black people that go through a lot of mental struggles. It's so hard to even get diagnosed. Like, for us to get diagnosed for like autism and ADHD is so hard because they literally don't know what it looks like in black people. Like, autism is not necessarily something that is well versed, like, in general. Like, they don't have a lot of knowledge on it. People still think you fucking get autism from fucking vaccines and shit. But like, when it's time for black people to get evaluated for autism, they don't know what to do. And it's like, so I really like encourage black people that have like mental illness or has mental disabilities to really just confide in yourself and do your own research. People say that self diagnosis is bad. People that say self diagnosis is bad honestly don't know what they're talking about, because you don't know what it's like to be a minority, and they will literally misdiagnose you to your face. Just because it's a doctor does not mean that they're not using racial biases to determine your condition. Just because they're doctors does not mean their diagnosis is going to be 100% correct. Because a lot of the times they don't they don't know what to they don't know what to say to you. They don't know what to give you. So doing your own self research as a black person is very, very, very important. Like, very important. And I always sit here and suggest that, because I really believe in people like black people high up to dry in a lot of mental situations. And once again, the only thing you really got is yourself and, oh, I don't know how all that sources in here. Yourself and the internet to help you figure out, and community. That's what I'm saying. Communities online, finding a space that you can talk about. I feel like Reddit is really good for this, actually. Finding a space where you can like freely talk about like how your depression affects your blackness, and like how hard it is to get diagnosed as a black person, or resources to help to get diagnosed easier as a black person is very important. I am done with my. This is the first live that I've ever completed something that I wanted to complete. Like, I'm not do gym here, so I smile like, yes, yep. But yes, so let's see how it looks. And if we slay, then we just slay. So it's gonna look really, 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 really cute, and I'm very excited for that. So, damn, I usually be like, I'm gonna end the live when I finish the hat. But this live is kind of shorter than my other lives. So I don't know if I want to finish the live now or if I want to keep yapping a little bit, but I am hungry. I think we're gonna talk a little bit about black food. And my favorite black food. Actually, let's talk about my favorite black food. While I say, actually, let's keep it on. I was gonna put. Oh, I also did make this. That I honestly should put on a website. I don't put my caps on my website as often as I should, but I should be putting my caps on my website because I really, really love this one. I could just do I could just put it on top of here like this. That looks silly. I think I look a little silly. We're just gonna keep this on because it matches this vibe. And I feel like I need to do more plain cat hats. But I mean, like, plain cat hats are kind of boring. Like, they need to be striped or something. They need to have like designs or something. But so for me talking about this, I'm actually going to make something else because I need to finish this. So I'm going to make one of my trans pride bikinis, as I definitely need to make it by my event. Oh, by my pride event on Saturday. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my crochet hook that's over there. That I should have never put over there. I need to get with me. And we come back. And we come back. Okay, so I don't know why I talk about this, but honestly, I've been doing my lives on my bed. Because I don't have like a setup. Like, I don't live by myself. So I don't have a setup. So I honestly really just crochet on my bed and we are chilling. And like I said, if y'all want me to do like a tutorial on this, I 100% will do a tutorial. Yes, let's talk about my favorite. Actually, I actually didn't talk about a lot. I want to talk about my favorite food. I want to talk about my favorite black hairstyles as well. So, my favorite black food. I love some mac and cheese. People that don't like mac and cheese to me are very like how do you not like mac and cheese? Side I like it's so hard to do a good mac and cheese as well. Two, three, four, five, six, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. But yeah, I had to count the chains, but I'm back. Counting the chains and trying to focus on what you're crocheting is so incredibly hard. It's actually insane. But we're here. So yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yes, love mac and cheese. I feel like I'm a low key a fake black person because I don't like collard greens. I'm sorry. That was a really loud thunderstorm. I love myself some cornbread. I do, and I think those are my favorite. I love some burgers on the grill, specifically on the grill. Yum 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 yum. Actually, I want to stop talking about food because I'm actually really hungry, and I feel like the more I talk about food, the more I'm like, fuck, I'm hungry as shit. So let me talk about my favorite black hairstyles. I love myself. I love some fu- Fulani braids. Fulani braids. I think they're very elegant, and like I feel like a lot of black girls have like gone to this propaganda that like braids aren't a birthday hairstyle or like braids aren't a hairstyle for like a really special occasion. And it's like they are because they take a lot of time and effort and skill to sit here and do a braid. And that's why I'm very excited to start like drawing more because I definitely want like black OCs to have really cool hair, like really cool hair. So I'm very very excited for that. Look forward to my very very black OCs. I definitely want. Trying to think what hairstyle I want in my black OCs. I really love the hairstyle I have now, like the short twists with the curls. It's really, 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 really cute. I love some Afro puffs. I'm so mad that like my hair is not long enough for me to do Afro puffs yet, but when it does, you can never go wrong with a fro. You know what fucking hairstyle I hate though? That fucking Killmonger cut. Like there've only been two niggas that have been good that look good in that. It's Echo from Arcane and Eddie Gordo from Tekken. Even though that's an unpopular opinion that Eddie Gordo looks good in it because a lot of people wanted just his regular dreads back. But I like the way the Killmonger cut looks on him. Like I don't even think the Killmonger cut looked that good on Michael B. Jordan. If we really be honest, it's only look good on them two, in my opinion. In my opinion. But like actually, oh, we can talk about that. How like black hairstyles in media is not the best still. So it's really up to black artists to sit here and make the black style in media that we want. Which honestly don't have problems with that because I feel like black people know how to do black hair because we've actually experienced black hair. Like I feel like when these corporations are doing black hair on these black people, since they never had these hairstyles and their hair can't do it, their hairstyles be looking choppy as hell. So I'm perfectly fine with black people doing that for themselves. Cause you gotta do what you gotta do, like 100%. 100%. And yeah, I really like this is girl. I don't remember her name, but she makes like Afro Puffs accessories, but in like shapes. I think that's fucking dope as hell. And honestly, I can't wait to draw more black people. Like I don't draw enough black people, I fear. I can't wait to draw more black people. And I want to do a section where I shout out my favorite small businesses. So the people that watch this back can sit here and support. So that's what we're doing for Juneteenth. Ha 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 ha. Go shout out my favorite small businesses. We're gonna do a little speed run because I am starving. I am starving. Okay, it's my homegirl. Vibe is Vibrate Higher Boutique. If you can see, this is what. Ooh, I'm trying to like focus this so you can see what it. Oh shit! Vibrate Higher Boutique, right? And she makes a whole bunch of cute bead like jewelry. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna have to sit here and just go like this. She makes a whole bunch of beaded jewelry and she's very slay. She makes waist beads and a whole bunch of shit. So definitely follow her. And she is such a slay. Oh my god, I didn't even see that. She made a fucking mirror. She's dope as hell. She's so nice. Love her. Another one of my friends, Multi Dresha, very slay. She actually drew me and my boyfriend as a convention and she ate that so freaking bad. My girl absolutely ate. She made me freaking braids. Ate. My girl absolutely ate. She's very talented. This is her speed paint. She put the freaking whole New York City on her shoe. Cause it's my girl. She from the Bronx too. She's also Afro-Latina. So shout out to my girl Dresha for your work. We're shouting out black businesses. So definitely go support my girl at Multi Dresha. I'm honestly just going through my following. This is my girl, Dusty Court Studios, and she makes a whole bunch of shit. She makes a whole bunch of cute bonnets. She was making these Soul Eater and other pins. She makes like anime bamboo earrings, which is a slay. This is her setup. She has bonnets and durags as well. So definitely go support her. She's a very black business and she's also very slay. Yes. I'm scrolling through to find more businesses that I absolutely love. This follow my girl. Okay, Nana's not really a creative, but she is a very big activist for sexual assault survivors. So definitely follow Nana Girl. She has events like that she does to share that. So I usually vendor her event called the Slut Walk, which is basically you can read this. What's a slut walk? A slut walk is a transnational movement for march against culture, right? So she usually does a lot of events like this, and she just really love her for all she's doing for the community, and she has like seminars that she hosts as well for sexual assault survivors. So shout out to Nana. And she's also the first event that I've ever like she's the first person that she's the first place I ever vended at. Like Church Walk was the first place I've ever vended at. So definitely shout out to her. And yeah, I would say that's it for the stream. If you want more black businesses that I like, actually, hold on. There's another beautiful. Okay, there's another black business that I want to show you. Beautifully carved creations, and she does a lot of art of like woman anatomy, and it's absolutely gorgeous. She sculpts everything herself, and she is so extremely slay. So yes, definitely support her. It's another black owned small business that really is like very empowering for women empowerment. So yes, definitely tune into her as well. And yes, I think now we're gonna end the stream. I'm fucking starving. And we've went through a lot of progress today. We finished this cat hat, and we've also finished kind of a bikini. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching this very black live stream. And I hope everyone has a good Juneteenth. I hope every non-black person watching this sends a black person $10 today and supports the black small business. If y'all don't know who to support, I gave y'all people right there. Y'all have no excuse. I gave y'all people. So yes, I hope y'all have a great Juneteenth and always support and love black people because I know I do. So bye everyone. Gonna end the live.